Yes, people. We are back live. We are back live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube for another edition of the Arsenal podcast. Gonna talk from the Arsenal podcast, where we discuss all things in regards to Arsenal. And they have been knocked out of the Champions League in the semi-final by PSG. 2-1 on the night, 3-1 on aggregate. Another year without a trophy for Arsenal. Face point 4.5. Phase 5, phase 5.5, 5.75, phase 6, wee. Shout out to everyone in the chat. I see all the French, all the French speaking people in the chat. Everyone out here spitting French. Big up to everyone that's locked in. As always, of course, keep all your questions Arsenal related as well. I am not going to talk too much, so I'm just getting the housekeeping out of the way as always. Big up everyone supporting Sarcasm City TV. Make sure when you enter the city of Sarcasm, pay the tax, people. All I need you lot to do is pay the tax, and it's absolutely free. Hit the like button on the video, whether you're watching this live right now or watching this back after. Hit the like button on the video. Make sure you share this out across all the socials as well. At That's Me Flawless, at Sarcasm City TV. You see it there, Twitter and Instagram. Retweet and like, share from the Instagram. And on top of those two things, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Sarcasm City TV. Yes, Warrior J. I've already saved our Arteta's quotes, but big up to everyone in the chat. I've seen names I haven't seen in there in weeks. Everyone's here for this Arsenal therapy session. That's what we're here to do, man. That's what I'm here to do. I can't speak for the chat. That's what I'm here to do, is help out my two brothers in this, bad time of going out of the Champions League and another year without a trophy. So we're welcome to the show. TJ is in the building. Dunsey is in the building. My Duns, what's going on?
We don't run. We don't run. So congratulations to everybody with their French passports in the chat. Good luck getting back to your respective countries. You are all frauds. I don't care what you say. Just the fact that you are here to dance on our grave is honestly a compliment. We have been mediocre for the last 5 years. No cups. The only cups that I've seen are the ones in my hand. And yeah, there's plenty to talk about. And I really hope the happy clappers in our fan base, because I've never been one of them. I really hope the happy clappers in our fan base are now starting to realize that we don't have the personnel in the boardroom or at the manager position to get us over the line. We have the players, but we do not have the personnel in charge. And it's time for things to change. It has never been more apparent than right now. No ideas today, no plan B, no nothing. And it's been that way for the last 5 years. It's time to go. As our good, dear departed friend Claude would say, it is time to go. But we will get into it. Big up everybody in the chat. Big up Don C. Big up Flawless, I guess. And yeah, let's go. Let's do it.
I said, I guess. First thoughts, Don C. You know what I'm saying? Floor's yours.
Okay, where shall we start? Bonjour.
Bonjour.
Farewell. Avidaje, goodbye. To you. All right, look, yeah. Big up Flawless. Big up Tony. Oh, shit, where is Tony?
I have no idea what Tony is.
I guess Tony's been Casper like the fucking ghost. But TJ, as soon as we are here, as always, cheers, my brother.
Cheers, brother.
It was nice to participate as usual, because that's all we fucking do is participate. Make sure people you like, make sure people you subscribe, make sure people you tell a friend, because you know what? Yeah, there's nothing better to help a brother out by getting them likes up, because it's going to be Arsenal tears all through and through. And I know we are the most hated club, because we all know we are the most hated club, even though, guess what? Liverpool won the league. Yeah, we are all here to, watch us Arsenal fans cry and all of that bullshit. Anyway, make sure you smash the likes. Anyway, make sure you subscribe. It is what it is. It is what it is. Let's get this shit rolling.
Floor's yours, fam.
Today, big up Lex. Congratulations on the league. Today, let me go back 13 months ago when I first done the first call-in show. 13 months ago, I said we will not win a single thing under this prick. Anything that I said was more hopium. I said we're not going to win it. All right. I said coming up to Aston Villa, we're not going to beat Aston Villa. Yeah. I heard someone in the chat say, Don C, why don't you ever be positive?
Mhm.
Why don't you ever be happy? Yeah. Why don't you ever show Arteta some respect? Because look where he took you and look where you are now. You are competing. Yeah. There is hope. Yeah. And then I replied to that pussy in the chat, which I've been on Sarcasm City TV 13 months later, and I still don't see you. Yeah. So where are you? You must be in Tony's basement because it seems like that's where Tony is, or ghost all of that. Get me? Some of us are here. Some of
That's
us are
true.
eating our hominy.
Before you carry on, one thing I have to give both of you man credit for today and anyway and all the time, win, lose or draw, whether Arsenal are on a highlight, Real Madrid or on the lowest of low today, you man show up. So I respect that.
Show
Because
it.
a lot of content creators, not just you lot, a lot of content creators do run away when their team is up. And that's one
Do you know
thing
why?
you two don't do.
Because
One
they're
thing you don't
fucking
do.
pussios, yeah. Because they don't know how to eat the hominy corn when shit goes bad. This is what I'm saying, yeah.
Dude,
When
and
shit turns sour, yeah. Guess what I do? I get those fucking lemons. I squeeze it in the fucking cup because I support Arsenal, yeah. Show your fucking face. You hear me? There's no fucking shame in that. You know what I'm saying? If you take this personal, I want you to take this personal. You hear what I'm saying? Whether we win or whether we lose, me and TJ are always here. No excuses. I could be on a holiday. Guess what? I'm still fucking here, even if it's for 5 minutes. You get me? Yeah. But anyway, let me cook these motherfuckers. 13 months ago, these motherfuckers said I was toxic and I was negative before I was even a face. Before I was just a presence. Yeah. 13 months later, where the fuck are you? Where the fuck are you, Arteta dingalings out there? Yeah, because it seems like all you pussios do is play with Arteta's dingaling like it's a fucking accordion, you piece of shit.
Hey,
Where the fuck are you? Yeah, hey yo, all of the rest of that shit. Where the fuck are you? You hear me? Yeah, today. This is my views and my views only, not views of Sarcasm City TV. Let me put
the banner up.
Right
you gotta put the
right
banner
now.
up.
Yeah. Let me put that fucking thing because I don't even know where the fuck I'm going today, bro. Yeah, I've had one too many rubs, yeah, and right now, yeah, I just don't know what the fuck is gonna happen. Yeah, okay. Today's match, right? We had a good 20 minutes of the ball. We had a very good fucking 20 minutes of the ball, but in true Arsenal fashion, we don't take our chances proper, right? We were fucking moving the ball left and fucking right. Do you know what it reminded me of? If you've ever had a yo-yo in your life and you've done rock the cradle, yeah, it goes like this, yeah. That's all we were fucking doing. Declan Rice had a chance, should have fucking scored. Should have fucking scored that, bro. Yeah, should have.
Yeah,
Last week
he had two in that first 5 minutes. He had two.
Okay, he had two in that first 5 minutes. You should have scored those fucking two. Yeah, I was backing you because you know what? Yeah, you put in some performances, and I was giving you the benefit of the doubt for the last few performances, right? But then you should have fucking scored. You should have fucking scored. Yeah, and then they had a counter attack. I think it was about 22 minutes or something like that. It would have been the first shot, and they hit the bar, the crossbar. Yeah,
or the post.
I've had a few And these man, had one fucking shot in 22 minutes. Yeah, they did to us what we did to Real Madrid. Yeah, they did to us. Do you know what it is? I'm trying to get so many words out because I'm still kind of pissed off of these motherfuckers for one not showing up. Yeah, and how many fucking times don't you want to show up, bruv? How many times? Yeah, we all gotta eat our corn. Yeah. We've all got to fucking sit down here and explain this fucking fan base. This fucking bullshit of a fan base. You know what, yeah? You see, people like me and TJ, right? We're the minority. Should tell you why. Because we've been saying this shit for so fucking long. And I'm trying to get into this match, but my brain is just not having
That's cool. Go where you need to go from. It's cool.
We've been a minority. And you know why I enjoy being a minority? I'm a black man living in London and I've lived there all my life. I am the minority. Yeah, so I relish off that shit. Yeah, and these pussy old Arsenal fans, right, always want to be like, you know what? Yeah, trust the process. It's fine. We can dance, we can laugh, we can high five. Yeah. Do you know what I say? Got suck out to my blood clot because this bullshit is fucking shit. Do you remember TJ when I said whether we win this Champions League or lose this Champions League, I want Arteta out because these performances are around the corner. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna try and get back into the match, but if I go off topic here, peoples, I apologize. I apologize. It is
we'll keep if it's off the rails, it's off the rails, baby. Smash the likes, people. Let's go.
Yeah, just hit the like for our tears. Is what I'm saying. That's all I ask you to do. Then what I'm saying, it's free. It costs you nothing. All it is just a fingernail. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. And if you want me to shut the fuck up here, someone has to put £10 in there, and I won't talk for like 5 minutes. While I try not to. It is what it is.
American waffle
and I just interrupt. It is what it is. Yeah. Arteta made his first fucking substitution at fucking 68 minutes after fucking Skelly handballed the fucking ball. And any of you motherfuckers want to talk about the fucking referee today? Yeah. Fucking Arsenal. Why don't you do your job? 68 minutes he fucking took Skelly off. Skelly has had a bad game. This match was one game too much for him. Yeah. When I say Arteta, all I want to see is a fucking manager. I just want to see someone fucking manage our team. That's all I want to see. Yeah. I'm a fucking manager in my workplace. I'll sack people for less. I sack people for fucking
way less.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
We know how to do our jobs. Yeah. Yeah. And you're still playing this motherfucker like Skelly's a young youth. Is what I'm saying. Yeah, he was getting caught. We could see anybody with a fucking brain could have seen something like this happening. And 68 minutes, you fucking make the first fucking sub. Yeah, and you're still at my club. I was looking for that resignation. I was praying to every fucking religious statue out there. Yeah, that please just get the fuck out of my club. Please get the fuck out of my club. And you're still there, blood. And you're still there, blood. And there's gonna be these fucking Arteta sexuals, yeah. You nasty woke motherfuckers, yeah. Gonna be like, oh, it's fine next season. Do you know what? Yeah, you lot get the fuck out of my club. Go support Tottenham. But guess what? They've got a chance of winning the league. I mean, a cup as well. How do you feel? How do you fucking feel? And Postecoglou, the bottom of all of our jokes, could possibly win a fucking European Cup before us. Yeah, before us. And then we got man like Igel. Yeah, I trust Arteta, but I don't trust the board, bruv. Just shut the fuck up. I don't want to, bruv. You are a fucking like. Did you know is? I'm gonna be honest, bruv. You see content creators like that. They're fucking cancer to the club because these young kids that's never seen Arsenal lift anything with any oomph. Yeah, with any oomph, they're listening to you. They listen to people like you, like it's okay. This shit is okay. I came on this platform, yeah, this exact platform almost 13 months ago, yeah, and I said this shit is not good enough. This motherfucker is not gonna win us a fucking major trophy. It's all documented. Go through the fucking files. Go through the fucking files, yeah. And there's bullshit people like you, yeah, telling like. And I'm not just going at this pussy. I'm going at all of these fucking sexuals out there, bro. Yeah, all of those motherfuckers. Yeah, that want to be like, do you know what? Yeah, Arteta is fine. It's okay. That don't worry. Trust the process. Trust the process. You see, man, like me, I don't even eat bully beef because it's processed food. Yeah, and if you don't know what bully beef is, I'll put it to you in English terms. Yeah, it's corned beef. Yeah, to the Americans, it's spam without no ham. That's what it is. It's all the leftover bullshit. Yeah, man, don't eat that shit. Man, don't eat that shit. I don't want to hear a process. Where was fucking Slot's process? Huh? Where was Slot's process? Right? Only a piece of shit would say a process, and only a dumb motherfucking fucker, yeah, would actually follow this fucking process. What a 5 years process, yeah? Thanos died in less than fucking 5 years, you piece of shits. Yeah? The only thing that's going on longer than this fucking process was Friends. And even Friends had to come to an end at some fucking point. Yeah? And I'm supposed to be happy with this shit. What I saw today, look, right? It's not even in the performance in isolation. It's fucking everything.
It's like, over. It's not just, yeah. Hey, go on,
I've been watching the same. Okay. Do you know how bad it is, yeah? You see, a few years ago, I think it was 2009 or 10 or whatever it was, when Mourinho was at Real Madrid, he predicted fucking Pep's Barcelona's team, yeah? We non-managers with no fucking badges that are fucking football fans could predict what we're going to do. We could have said, you know what, Arteta, change it up. Surprise them. Play a back three. Play two wing backs. Play something. Do something. But do you know what my man's doing? My man's got his fucking finger in his fucking ass doing nothing. Yeah? Doing the same old bullshit. 60. Okay, you don't understand. When things are going wrong in life, yeah, you change your life up. You know what I'm saying? You change things up. You be like, you know what, fam, yeah? I don't like the way my life is going. I want to go on a few holidays. This minimum wage bullshit ain't the one for me. So do you know what? Yeah, you go back, you go studying, you take a year out or do something, yeah? You try get higher levels so you can get a higher job so you can actually enjoy life, yeah? If you don't like walking, do you know what you do? You go get your license and buy a car, yeah? Right? If you're overweight and no disrespect to no one in overweight, because like every reason, there's always a reason why there's certain things that happen. But guess what? You do something like TJ. This ain't sure about you, bruv. You look nice and fit, my brother. Yeah, it is what it is, my your family, bro. You show up here, so there's no shots to you. Yeah. Do you know what these motherfuckers will do? They will take some time out of their life and they'll go gym. Yeah, if you're underweight, they'll try to eat and they try to do everything in their possible way to, do you know what? Yeah, just to look healthy and fit and all of that. But this motherfucker is dragging us down to fucking Valhalla. Yeah, this pussy-o. This pussy-o, they name fucking Arteta, yeah, and these fucking Arteta sexuals, yeah, these Arteta sexuals, blood. You see, man, like me, when I was young, yeah, I wasn't allowed pictures on my wall, yeah, because my mum's an old school Christian woman. Those who grew up like that understand the Caribbean lifestyle, so we weren't allowed them page free, gal, yeah. We had them under our beds, yeah, but we still had them. These motherfucking sexuals have Arteta printed on his wall. You know what I'm saying? That's what they do have. Yeah, and I'm not even trying to disrespect anyone, because you know what it is, whatever it is you like here is what you like, yeah. But the fact is, right, these fucking motherfucking Arteta sexuals, yeah, that's always saying trust the process, is fine, we're gonna do it again next season. How many fucking seasons does it take for you to realize this pussyo is not good enough? He is not good enough. Yeah, he is like flawless. TJ, how many times have you seen me come on, whether it's your show or your show, hear me ranting about the same old fucking thing? Yeah,
I've been doing it for I've been doing it for 2 years working with Flawless now.
So why hasn't nothing changed?
Same thing.
Yeah? Why hasn't nothing fucking changed? Yeah, I would say wake up and smell the coffee. Yeah, but these men don't even know how to spell coffee. Yeah, these men don't even know what the fuck coffee is. This is what I'm saying. These men think coffee was a song, yeah. What was an artist, yeah, that made that song. You know what I'm saying? That's who they think coffee is. They're fucking stupid. Because how comes after 5 fucking years, yeah, and the only trophy that we have was the FA Cup, with another man's team. And then he's built his so-called title winning second place fucking Kelly Rowland, yeah, Robin team, and it's okay. And you lot think it's okay out there. I don't get it. Maybe it's people like us that don't like settling for less, that don't like being gaslighted, that don't like fucking being gaslighted. And I'm supposed to say it's okay. And I'm supposed to talk about this piece of shit, yeah? Saka missed the open goal.
Yeah, he did. Saka did miss open goals.
That's the epitome of our season. This season was Arsenal's open goal to win the league or the Champions League, yeah? If any idiot would have listened to Tony, they would have said the stars are aligning, so it's written in the stars, a million miles away. A message to the pussios out there, go suck out, yeah? And I'm supposed to be happy. And I'm supposed to be that happy clapper for them, like some fucking seal, like, yeah, we're going to win it. Yeah. No, this is why I've been like this for fucking this long plus. I used to be that Tony fan. I used to be that Eagle fan. And guess what I did, yeah? I grew up. I fucking grew up and saw football for what it was, yeah? About glorifying second place, about glorifying third place. Guess what? Fucking Man City's on our ass. Yeah, Newcastle, Chelsea are on our ass. We're one loss away from being second to fourth. Make that make sense.
We got to talk. We have to talk serious about this. And I don't want to interrupt you mid flow, but I'm going to. We have to seriously talk. No, bro, we seriously have to talk about a focus on the league at some point during this show, because the fact that we have completely neglected it to put in a performance like that at home and in Paris is absolutely embarrassing. Do you know how bad you think the banter's bad now? Just imagine that 1-13 in November through January or whenever the fuck it was for Man City, 1 in 13 Man City overtake us. Do you know how bad the banter is going to be for that? If that happens, it's going to be a nightmare. You think when and then put on top of that, Manchester United or Spurs winning a European Cup when we don't have anything. You are going to have either 14th place Manchester United or 17th place Tottenham Hotspur in the Champions League next season. People are not thinking about this. Like this is what I thought about today. Like after that third PSG goal on aggregate, I turned it off. I didn't even see the Saka goal. I didn't see it.
Oh, okay.
Bro, no, I'm sorry. Like I was just like, I can't take any more of this. We're not serious. It's not worth my time. And you know what? If that makes me a bad content creator, fine. But sometimes you got to look out for your fucking mental health here. Like I'm done with these guys. I go to bat for them every Wednesday, every Monday, every Friday, every day I get called onto any fucking panel show, and all they do is let me down. That's all they do. And here's the problem with the people that Don C were calling out. Don C, I don't think they've had their heart broken enough. I'm being completely serious. Like these guys live in some Disney Narnia fantasy world where everything works out fine and you get the girl in the end. But right now they're just standing on the freaking, like I've said, they're bridesmaid watching their freaking best friend get dug out by the prince. Like this is the way we are right now. And the problem is that there is no accountability being made by a lot of this fan base. You and I will try to hold them accountable because I'm in my late 30s. I don't know where you are. You look like you're in your mid 20s, but I know you got a family in that. Dude, like no, seriously. Like my hairline watching this club has gone from here back to here and it keeps going back. And I know you said I wasn't overweight. Oh my God, dude, I overeat watching this club. I stress eat watching this club. These guys are fucking insane to me, bro. Like, and look, I want to be that positive fan, but give me something to be positive about. You have Eddie Howe coming in here, and in his third or fourth year at Newcastle, he's winning trophies. He's going to be in the Champions League again. Like, what are we talking about here? What are we talking? And it's not about money. It's not about Qatari money. It's not about Middle Eastern money. It's about how you're managing your money and who you're putting in charge of your money. Stan Kroenke has more money than God. Okay. We do not have a money problem at Arsenal. And if we did have a money problem at Arsenal, we have enough merch sales to get us over the line for the next 20 years.
You lot do release a hell of a lot of merch as well. Every week is new merch.
I'm dead serious. And look, I want to be, I wish I could be that positive. I wish I could be positive like Saad and Igal and Hooks and all of those guys who are out here shamelessly spinning the narrative that we're going to eventually get through. You know that stupid meme where you're just like, oh, this is what the Arteta outers are doing. And it's that stupid miner going through and he's about to hit diamonds and there's like, never mind, Arteta out. We've been there for fucking 3 years. We're still in the rocks, people. We're still in the dregs. We're not any closer to any fucking diamonds. There's no diamonds.
There's no diamonds
at all.
There's no diamonds.
We're done. We're done looking for diamonds. It's time to dig another fucking hole. This manager needs to go. He's done. And I'm hoping that Berta realizes that and is talking to the board and saying, hey, you know what? We have players that are on the world class, are on the cusp of being world class. Bukayo Saka, Declan Rice, Saliba, even though he stunk today. Holy Lord.
Yeah, he wasn't
Gabriel, we have young players, young G's, young studs, even though he had a bad game today. I just think this game was just a little bit too big for him. Miles Lewis-Skelly, but he will learn. He will learn, and he will be a good left back for us. You got Ethan Nwaneri sitting bench, not seeing a fucking second today. Like a real second where he could do anything. You have Gabriel Martinelli, who, you know, I think under the right coach he could do a job. Like, you have players that are approaching their prime or are in their prime, and we are doing absolutely nothing with it. Somebody talked to me last night about Trent Alexander-Arnold leaving Liverpool. Mm-hmm. He won everything there is to win in the English game. Everything there is to win. So he goes and gets a new challenge and everybody's pissed off at him. And then I have to reconsider what I said back, because somebody said, and it was Marshall from Casually FC, shout out Marshall, even though he's abroad. He said, what if Bukayo Saka does that? And I go, I don't think Bukayo Saka would ever do that.
He will.
But now I'm reconsidering it. Because you see how pissed off he was today? Do you see how frustrated he was today? The lack of ideas, the lack of tactics, the lack of a plan B. Like, all these guys are coming out here saying, oh my God, I love the manager. He's a genius. He knows what to do. Dude, you're talking about, like, you're in front of the camera talking about your boss. Don C's a manager. Flawless, you've probably been a manager at some point. I'm sure some of these people in the chat have been managers before. None of your employers are going to talk shit to your face. Let's be real. They're not. And look, at the end of the day, there are chats that you don't know about. There are text strings that you don't know about. And when you aren't winning, those text strings are going to get negative.
Facts.
So let's stop pretending like it's going to be like this forever. And we have an infinite amount of time to make things happen for these players. They don't. Saliba's already looking at Spain. Saliba has one more year to win something for us, and then he's gone. Bukayo Saka, he'll run down his contract, and then we'll be forced to sell him. Like, he won't stay. Why would he stay? Other than the fact that he grew up in our academy. Plenty of people have grown up in our academy and left. Serge Gnabry, he left. He won a bunch of shit in Germany. Like, it's not unprecedented to see that.
Ashley Cole.
Serge Gnabry, Ashley Cole, exactly. The list goes on. Van Persie, like, we could go down the list. It doesn't matter. The point is that we are at a precipice now. Like, we talked about this back in 23 and 24 and 25, saying, okay, this is the year. This is the year where something's going to happen. This is the year. No, we are a year too late now, and we are about to go over the cliff. I'm telling you, if we don't win anything next season, we are looking at a full fucking rebuild. A full rebuild. Because these players are going to want to go somewhere else, and the Arsenal brand, the Arsenal family, the Arsenal way has lost whatever shine it happens to have on it right now. And it's not much, because we haven't seen silver. We haven't seen silver since 2020. We haven't seen and nobody was even there to clap us. There was 20,000 cardboard cutouts. Yeah. If I have to give Liverpool a shit about winning a COVID league, I have to give us shit about winning a COVID cup. We won in front of an empty Wembley. We have not won a real cup since the 10s. What are we doing here? It's time to up the standards. It's time to get real here. It's time to go out there and get a serious manager. A serious manager. And I'm open to suggestions, to be honest with you. But all I know is that remember the goalposts move, because Arteta was improving. This season, unequivocally, you can say we've regressed. We have regressed. No, and I saw those quotes, Warrior J, and we're going to get into them. He was making excuses. I already saw it, and I'm going to lose my mind. But he's already making excuses for the fact that we had injuries. So what?
Whose fault was that? Whose fault was that?
So what? Whose fault is that? Who's in charge of these guys' fitness? Who kept throwing Kai Havertz out there when he was very obviously injured? 2 years ago, when Thomas Partey was limping off against Southampton, and you kept him on when he was limping off. I remember 3-3 at the Emirates. I remember that. Like, there are so many managerial decisions that you can point to. You would need to get out your fingers and fucking toes for integral, important decisions where this manager got it wrong. And everybody still makes excuses. I'm done. What was my standard this season, Flawless and Don C? Win me a trophy. I don't care what trophy it is.
You said trophy.
He's done. He didn't do it. He's done. There's nothing he can do next season to make me want to keep him in. I'm done. Get him out. Get him out now. I'm tired of being a banner club. I'm tired of waking up to fucking the Flawless chats, the Gooner Lounge chats, the Tottenham chats, all this crap being like preying on our downfall. I've never seen so many people speaking French today. But you know what? Crazy. We deserve it, because we're out here talking like a big club, and we haven't won shit. Like, we deserve it. We deserve it. And I'm done.
That's cool. Let me get to this here. I'm sure that you two have plenty to say. So to take a pause for the cause, everyone who's locked in, they continue to run up these likes. Subscribe to TJ Warren TV. Links in the title. Get your questions in, of course. But as you know, TJ and Don C both have plenty to say. And who asked me about slow mode? Yes, I have slow mode on every live stream. Whoever asked me about it. Let me get to this. Big up Sheik for the super chat. You lot make sure you subscribe to Sheik TV. Says, where is the justice? Sorry, I mean, where is Tony? I don't know where Tony is, but next time Tony's here, we gonna cook people. Oh, we gonna cook. Don't worry about that. Next time Tony's here, we gonna cook. We gonna cook Tony because I don't know. I spoke to him yesterday.
He didn't renew his passport. He's in customs.
Yeah, like we spoke. Me and him, we spoke. Yeah, we spoke. What's it called yesterday? But I haven't spoke to him today, so I don't know where Tony is. But big up for the super chat, Sheik. Big up C24 for the super chat as well. He says phase 6, and you mucked it up. Phase 6, and you mucked it up. Phase 6. Flawless, you know the drill. What can go wrong will go wrong. Stephen A. Voice, AC24. You said that from the jump. Big up and appreciate the super chat. Big up TTM. Been a member of the channel for 8 months. Link for the memberships in the pinned comment as well. Says happy when I saw Ben White on for Timber. Arteta in. Hey, TTM, big up to you. Yeah, that's a crazy.
Fuck you, TTM.
The game. Big up TTM. And this is some of the Arteta quotes. Hey, Warrior J, if I missed any, please rewrite them if you're still in the chat. Because this squad 2 years ago, nobody believed we could even qualify for the Champions League, compete for the league, or have the amount of points we had in any other year. You're champion. At the end, you need a trophy to lift with all the work you do. It didn't happen. And this is, do you think the best team lost? Arteta said, I think so, especially after 160 minutes. I'm saying that, and the PSG bench are saying that because they just told me. Goes on to say, you have to arrive at this stage of the competition with your full squad, full availability in the best condition. We haven't got that. Put that aside. The team I've seen today against probably the best team in Europe gives me so much pride. Floor's yours, TJ.
Yeah, no. So my whole thing is that you're not allowed to make excuses at this stage. Like, we were able to beat Real Madrid. We were able to beat a PSV team that was able to get past Juventus. We were able to beat a Real Madrid team that was able to get past Man City. Like, you go into these teams, these different rounds, and like, look, these people have injuries. These teams have injuries. Like that's not an excuse. And for the people for the fact that he's like, oh yeah, well, 2 years ago, people didn't expect us to get into the Champions League. I did. Well, I don't know what you're talking about. I 100% did. After that 21-22 season, when we got 5th, I fully expected us to get Champions League because there was only improvement from there. Only improvement to be made. We were this close. 21-22, when we fell out, when we lost those 2 games in a row to Tottenham Hotspur at home, which is coincidentally the last Tottenham Hotspur away, which was the last time coincidentally that they beat us. So yeah. And by the way, my hairline was here. You can hold that, fucking Tottenham. You're still losers. I don't care. Win or lose, you're still losers. You'll never see the things that we have seen. Sorry. Anyway. No, but 21-22, when we lost those back-to-back against Newcastle and Spurs, I was disappointed, but you expect the next season. Yeah, the next season we were in Europa League. Yeah, but I expected us to be in the Champions League the next season, either via Europa League or top 4. We had the squad to do it. It was not like, people look back on that and think it was a miracle. It wasn't a miracle. So the fact that he's trying to short sell the work that the team has done is absolutely embarrassing. We have spent $800 million or 800 million pounds or whatever you want to talk about it. 800 million British sterling putting this team together, getting Declan Rice in, developing these players, putting players around Bukayo Saka that you think are going to be good, bringing in players like proven players like Zinchenko and Gabriel Jesus. I was told they were proven. I don't know about you, but I was told that they were proven. Bringing in somebody like Urian Timber, who I think is one of the most complete players on our team. Like, you have the personnel to get this club to where you need to go. At some point, the excuses need to be running out. Yeah, I understand being like, oh yeah, I'm gonna talk good about the boys, but it's just not enough now. It's not enough. The tactics aren't enough. The effort from the players aren't enough. I mean, when are we going to talk about some of the personnel decisions that we continue to make? Martin Odegaard. Big up Brandon. What is Martin Odegaard still doing wearing the armband? After today, I don't want to see him anywhere near it. Like this, if this doesn't prove all the Arteta inners and all the Odegaard lovers that he's not the guy, I don't know what to tell you, because you're watching the game like you're Stevie Wonder or Ray Charles. You're not paying attention. You're just going with the vibes. You're looking for that Disney story. Odegaard is not going to be your knight in shining armor. He's not. He's done. He's nothing but a magazine model. Sell him. I'm done. I'm done with him. Declan Rice, terrible game today. Terrible. I everybody was leaning on him to be that guy. He wasn't that guy today.
It was.
He just
Let's
wasn't.
carry on.
And look, everybody's gonna say, oh yeah, well, no, everybody was gonna say, oh yeah, well, Saliba, he had a bad game today. Yes, he did, but he's been having bad games for the last 3 weeks. Like, this is nothing new. At what point are you gonna start saying, hey, I'm gonna look at the manager to pull these guys out of bad form at some point? We haven't looked good in weeks. Ever since that Real Madrid game, I'm sorry, the Real Madrid return fixture, we have looked like absolute shit. No ideas in the final third, and we get countered because we have a criminally high line trying to pay possession football in the final third, where we have no edge whatsoever because we've lost both of our strikers to season-ending knee injury and hamstring injuries. At what point do you start blaming the fucking ownership and the manager? That is my question. No more excuses. I'm done. Brando, welcome to the show.
Yeah, welcome to the shit show, mate. Arsenal and
Floor's yours, Brandon, man. Floor's yours, man, before we get done to thoughts on the Arteta's comments. But yeah, Brandon, thoughts on the game going out. Arteta, I'm sure you've got plenty to say as well. Microphone's yours.
He's got to go, lads, hasn't he? He's got to. I don't know a single Arsenal fan that came into this season that didn't say he has to win a trophy this season. Well, now that's not possible. It's not possible, so he's got to go, hasn't he? Give him the benefit of the doubt. He's in the Champions League semi-final. Cool. He's got to go. And ultimately, I don't think it was tonight that cost us. I don't think anybody thinks it was tonight that cost us. I actually was very keen to see how the players handled the occasion, the atmosphere out in France. Very hostile. I thought the majority of them handled it pretty well for the first 20, 25 minutes. Apart from Miles Lewis-Skelly, who had a really poor game. Do I blame the kid, though? No, not really. He's been all right for Arsenal this season. He's an academy player who'll probably learn from that. Do you know what I mean? But there are some other players out on that pitch that you just constantly looking at who let us down week in, week out, year in, year out, And it's only so long that you can continue to allow that to happen before you start to get pissed off again. And I'm looking at the likes of Martin Odegaard. I'm looking at the likes of Martinelli. I'm looking at the likes of the players that just should be stepping up at this moment in time. The players that this manager brought in or inherited at the time were looking like players that could go on and be the future for us. But right now, you're looking at it and thinking these players have to leave. We have to upgrade. We have to move on because a lot of them just cannot handle the pressure. Let's just be honest. And a big part of winning major honours is handling pressure and handling key moments. We'll go back to that first leg and say, that's where it was lost. That's where it was lost. We didn't take advantage of, being at home. We played like absolute shit in that first leg. And in all honesty, it's all down to the manager. And people will go, well, how can it all be down to the manager? But it is. Because in big moments, you look to the manager, especially when you've not got all your players fit or available. We was missing Thomas Partey in that first leg through suspension. But ultimately, you look to your manager sometimes to do something different. You look to your manager sometimes to win you the game. Do something different tactically. Do something in terms of moving players about. All season we've heard from him, internal solutions. Well, he couldn't find internal solutions in that first leg, could he? Ultimately, he was the one that cost us in the first leg. He was the one that decided to drop Marino into midfield after his place up front.
Yeah, you're breaking up.
The one who decided.
Random. You're breaking up. Say that again.
Sorry,
your
guys.
Connection was moving dodgy. It's all good. No stress. Run it back again.
I said he was the one who decided to drop Marino into midfield after he was playing so well up front. He was the one who decided to play Rice as the 6, knowing that he couldn't do the role that Thomas Partey could, knowing what it would take out of our midfield. You know, he was the one who decided to give Ethan Nwaneri 2 minutes in that first leg and 0 minutes tonight. Even though we was 2-0 down with nothing to lose, and you don't throw the 17-year-old kid on who's actually contributed to our season more than what Martin Odegaard has. He's actually come up with goals. He's actually got a bit about him. Do you know what I mean? You don't even try and throw the kid on. We're bringing on like-for-like substitutions again. Ben White. Do you know what I mean? For Timber, because Timber's probably injured because you've overplayed him after coming off the back of an ACL from last season. You're bringing on Calafiori for Lewis Skelly. Totally get it, because he was getting cooked. But he did it far too late. He allowed Lewis Skelly to continue on through the game, even though he was getting absolutely cooked. You know, everybody was talking about, oh, when we get Thomas Partey back. Thomas Partey cost us a game today. Yeah, he headed
He
the
did play his
ball
role in the
back
goal.
in the danger area on the edge of the box, which led to their first goal. Great finish. Don't take anything away from them. Yeah, because they had a lot to do from that position, Fabian Ruiz. But even still, you head it back into the danger area, you expect danger. Yeah. And then on the edge of the box, I don't know what the fuck he's doing, dilly-dallying around for Hakimi's goal. Do you know what I mean? He looked like a grandpa today in midfield. I don't get it, you know. But I just heard Miguel say Arsenal got a lot of problems, but the manager isn't one. And I'm thinking,
Oh, give me a
how?
fucking break. Sorry.
No, he did. No, he didn't say that. He didn't
Yeah,
say that.
he
No,
did
he
say
didn't.
that. He just said
He
that to me on the
didn't say
football
that.
terrace. And I'm thinking, how? Yeah, because I don't know if you know this stat, boys, right? Arsenal have been to 4 semi-finals under Mikel Arteta in all competitions. That means we've played 8 semi-final games because they're played over 2 legs, yeah? We've scored 1 goal, and that was tonight. In them 8 games, 1 goal. So it's clear to see where the issues lie. It's been clear to see for quite a while where the issues lie. Arsenal are not clinical enough in front of goal. Arsenal do not have good enough attacking players. So you would have thought 5 years in, he would have addressed that. But also, the reason why I want the manager out, and the reason why I believe that the manager, no matter who he gets in the summer, you could give this guy Isaac, yeah? Or you could give him whoever he wants. Fucking Williams, whoever. I don't believe the guy is good enough to get Arsenal over the line, because he has consistently proved time and time again that when it comes to crunch time, when it comes to the big games and the big moments, he gets it wrong. He gets it wrong. As I said in that first leg, he got it wrong. Yeah? Last season, when Arsenal needed to beat Aston Villa at home to win the league, he got it wrong. The season before that, when it was 8 points clear with 8 games to go, he decided to bring Zinchenko back into the fold after he barely played all season. Yeah? A lot of the decision making by this manager has cost us in big moments and cost us in big games. Now, Flawless, you'll know better than anybody else, yeah? I grew up on Arsene Wenger, Alex Ferguson, Jose Mourinho, yeah? How many times did we used to see Fergie bring off Ole Gunnar Solskjaer from the bench? Yeah? 80th minute, go on, son, go and win me the game. And how many times did that geezer win Man United games?
Often.
Or make
Very
a
often.
tactical tweak.
Yeah.
Yeah? The best managers in the world put their egos to one side, yeah, and they make tactical tweaks. They do it to win, yeah. Forget about this robotic football and all that, yeah. We watched a couple of years ago, yeah, Conte at Chelsea. He came in, it wasn't performing particularly well. We all remember it as Arsenal fans, yeah, because it was the game that we won against them comfortably that made Conte change his way of playing and go to a 3 at the back and play with wing backs. And what happened? He went and won the league. But was that initially what he wanted to do when he first came into Chelsea? No, it wasn't. But he put his ego to one side and did what was best for the team and what was the best possible way of getting Chelsea to win. Mikel Arteta, I don't see any of that in him. Yeah, the guy is so ego-driven. He's got to do everything his way. You know, I'm watching him shouting at the players on the sidelines, and I'm thinking, okay, I understand you've got to have a certain amount of structure, but why can't you give these players freedom to play football? Why has it got to be this get to the byline, come backwards, sideways, backwards, keep the ball, guys? Yeah, that's all I hear coming out of his mouth. And then tonight, I'm hearing him say, we was the better team. No, Mikel, we lost 3-1 on aggregate, mate. We wasn't the better fucking team. Yeah, PSG deserved to win that. And then I hear him say, this is the best, Arsenal are the best team that he's seen playing this season's Champions League. Well, clearly, he didn't watch the Inter and Barcelona game last night then. Yeah? I don't understand what the guy is saying and where he's coming from. I think the pressure's getting to him now. I think he's realised that this was the season that he had to get things right. But he's very good at this deflection tactic. Put the deflect all the blame away from me. Yeah. And I'm even hearing Arsenal fans now getting on to Andrea Berta, who's only been here for 5 minutes, talking about how he has to have a big summer. He has to get it right. Otherwise, they want him gone. But they're quite happy to back a 5-year process of winning no fucking trophies under this geezer. I don't get it. Yeah. Terry just asked me on the football terrace, if you sack Arteta, which manager would you go and get? I said to him, go get Man City's assistant manager. Give him 5 years and tell us trust the process. Because that's basically what he did.
Facts.
It's the same thing, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? Does anybody know who Man City's assistant manager is? I don't.
I actually don't know who it is. To be honest.
Brandon.
But they make out like there's no manager in world football that Arsenal can attain that's better than Mikel Arteta. There's loads out there. I don't get it. We've got rival fans like Goldbridge coming out and talking about Arteta hours are a disgrace. Why has he got the right to have an opinion? First of all, you're a Man United fan. Of course, you want to keep Arteta at Arsenal because we're not winning fuck all and we're not going.
He'll say he'll say whatever he needs to say
to catch up with us, right? But I don't understand. After 5 years, I could understand it if it was like after 1 year or 2 years, and we're going get the manager out. You know, he hasn't won anything. Then they can sit there and say, well, maybe give him a little bit more time. 5 fucking years, guys. And the best we've done in that 5 years, aside from winning the FA Cup, yeah, is get to a semi-final. Not even a final. In any competition. But we can't win trophies. Newcastle can win a Carabao Cup. Man United can win a Europa League, or even Spurs, which would be even worse. Yeah, Chelsea are going to win the Conference League. Man City are going to win the FA Cup, and Liverpool have won the league, and we're sat here with our fucking dicks in our hands again. Do you know what I mean? It's ridiculous. And the worst thing is Chelsea, Man City, Newcastle, and of course Liverpool. Yeah, 3 of them teams. Well, Liverpool have already finished above us anyway. But Newcastle, Chelsea, and Man City could win a trophy and still finish above us.
Yeah, and Spurs are United, like you mentioned, to us 4.
But we can't compete on more than one front. Well, how the fuck are them teams doing it? Do you know what I mean? That's it. Run over, guys. But yeah, Arteta out. He's got to go. He's got to go.
First.
I don't care if you're an ardent Arteta fucking fan. I don't care if you're the guy's missus. Yeah? See reality now. The guy has got to leave. He's got to go.
That's fair enough. And C24, big up for the second super chat. Appreciate it. Says Arteta sounded like the Sangria Egal loser. He's put damn. And this is Arteta. This is comments yesterday, so this is before the game. He said Arteta. This is Arteta and Arsenal's hunt for trophies. Winning trophies is about being in the right moment in the right place. Liverpool have won the title with less points than we had in the last 2 seasons, with the points from the last 2. With Liverpool have won the title with less points than we had in the last 2 seasons. With the points from the last 2 seasons, we have 2 Premier Leagues.
And then you wonder why
Yo, you are
the
reaching.
excuses come out
back.
from the Arsenal fans, because this guy, our manager, is also an excuse maker. Why couldn't he have just sat there after that question and said, Liverpool won the league, they were the better team, and we need to be better in order to win trophies? That's all he had to say. Not try and downplay Liverpool's title. It's because he's embarrassed, mate. He's had a manager come in from the Dutch league. Nobody expected him to be any good, and he's pulled this guy's pants down. After 5 years of being there, Arnie Slot's walked in, no signings apart from Chiesa, and gone, I'm in my Premier League trophy. This guy Arteta is a fucking fraud. Yeah? Stop making excuses. Stop coming out with bullshit. Yeah? And this is why the mentality will always be questioned about this team as well, because the manager has a similar mentality to the players, which is, let's make excuses. Turn up when we want to turn up, and when we don't turn up, we'll make excuses. Nah, no excuses. Win or fuck off, yeah? You've had your 5-year process of building the squad. The entire squad is yours. You've either signed them to a new contract or you've signed them, one or the other, yeah? So there are no excuses no more. You either win or you go. And if you can't even win a Carabao Cup, well, Jesus Christ, what are we doing here? What are we doing here?
That's fair. Don't see
Anyway,
what you're
I've got to
saying.
go, guys.
But
Big up
all right,
yourselves.
Brandon, blessings every single time.
Big up Brandon, bro.
Big up Brandon every single time.
Big up, Brandon. Yeah, bless up. Yeah. What am I saying?
On Arteta's comments, those last ones, the ones before as well. The bullshit button.
The bullshit button is out.
The bullshit button. Yeah.
Bullshit. Was bullshit.
Yeah.
Mm.
I don't even know where or how to start with this piece of fucking shit they call Arsenal's manager, the motherfucker. He's like all fuckers of motherfuckers. I know I keep on swearing here, but I don't know how to articulate the words.
That's
right?
cool, man.
I
Get it
don't
off
know
your
how
chest.
I really don't know how to put these kind of. It's like I'm a child again, yeah, trying to learn my phonics. You know what I'm saying? It's like teaching Arteta how to be a fucking coach. This is your job. This is what you're supposed to be able to do. Yeah, he you see the comments that he's made. It's hard for me to dissect bullshit, blood. So I don't like touching shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Right.
So it's hard for me to actually listen to him and then take what this guy is ever saying serious. This is the same motherfucker, yeah, that said 2 spaghetti bolognese plates was a trophy. Yeah.
You did.
This was the same motherfucker, yeah, that when we got knocked out of a cup, that blamed a football. Yeah. This is the same motherfucker, yeah, that gaslighted, yeah. If you can't read, if those who can't read, you know what I'm saying, because not everyone finished school, right? I'll tell you what my banner says. Get this dirty gaslighter out now. Yeah. If you want to know what a gaslighter is, yeah, a person who
Subscribe to Vader Games TV.
You know what? You took the words out of my mouth. I was thinking the exact same shit. I was thinking the exact same shit.
I was about to say that.
You want to know the definition of a gaslighter? Vader Games, because notice people how he's not here. Huh? Because I guarantee you, if Arsenal had went through, he would have been here, and he might still show up. And he's not one to run. We will see him at some point. But guaranteed, if they would have won, we would have seen him earlier. I'm saying
sorry to interrupt.
We would have seen him earlier. I was thinking the exact same shit. Vader's smiling, smug, stupid face popped up in my brain as soon as he said gaslighter. Vader Games TV. That is a gaslighter. But go on, Dunsey. Carry on.
Yeah, like TJ, I was about to say that. Yeah, I just wanted that little build up, you know, that drama thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was actually making a scene about it, but you know what? Yeah, you said Vader, so yeah. Like, this dude is a gaslighter. This dude made an all or nothing fucking Netflix or whatever the fuck it is thing to say documentary to say it's a lot of bullshit as well, isn't it? To say, do you know what? Yeah, these kids are young. Right? That was almost 5 years ago. Yeah, after the trophy. Right? These kids are young and all of that. Then he said we could have won the league, but Saliba was injured. Right? Then Timber got injured. That's why we didn't win the league. So what's this year's excuse? My man said we was the better team. Do you know what the better team did? They scored 3 goals. That's what the better team did. Do you know what the better team did? Only conceded 1. Do you know what the better team did? They put themselves into the final, possibly giving them their first ever Champions League. That's what the better team did. I'm sick and tired of this gas lighting piece of bullshit. Yeah, I'm sick and tired of it. Yeah, do you know how much I've been sick and tired of? 13 months. Yeah, because that's how long I've been on this fucking platform. Right? 13 fucking months. You should have seen me before. I'm calmed down to what I used to be. Yeah, I'm in the pub, yeah, and I'm fucking arguing with people, telling them why he's this pussy, I should get out, and they're telling me, nah, mate.
I hear the
It's
same
all right,
thing.
mate.
It's
Yeah?
the same thing everywhere, by the way.
Constantly. I'm at work.
It is.
Talking to these piece of shits. And they're like, nah, mate, Arteta's done a fucking splendid job with your fucking cup of tea and your croissants and your biscuits and all of that, yeah? Where the fuck are you now? Where the fuck are we? Another season without a trophy. And it's been a good season. Last season, when Flawless, that pussy, oh yeah, go fuck yourself, yeah, won a trophy, right? Yeah, right. When you lot won a trophy, because fuck your team, bro, yeah, fuck both of your teams, yeah, fuck your main and your
True.
side, yeah, fuck your sweet
100%.
corn and your steak. You get what I'm saying,
Agreed.
yeah? When both of your team, when your team won even a Carling Cup last season,
Yeah.
yeah, I said to you, you had a better season than me. Not many people actually said that to you, right? And I will stand by that. So tell you why? Because at the end of the season, if you haven't won a cup, yeah, the only progress you did was not get relegated. Yeah. Because what's European football? You lot are possibly going to be in the Champions League next season. You ain't going to do fuck all with your team. Yeah, let's be honest. Because the rebuild is massive. But I'm not going to get off Arsenal because I'm not a gaslight. I'm not a sugarcoater. I'm not Tony. Yeah, I don't run from nothing. Yeah. This pussy or Arteta is worse than Arsene Wenger. Yeah, because you know why? Because Arsene Wenger gave us many happy memories. Yeah, many happy fucking memories. Right. As much as he said about, do you know what? Arsenal, the top 4 is a trophy and all of that. Yeah, guess what? When we was building a stadium, we had to get rid of our fucking best players for the next fucking 10 years. Right? And we bought scraps. He didn't have nothing near 750 million pounds to spend. And fair enough, that's the golden rate of this day, yeah. But there's nothing between the 750 million pounds spent than what Jose Mourinho did back in 2006 with Chelsea. Yeah. It's just as the years go up, inflation goes up. Yeah. If you've got any sense, you understand what I'm saying. If you haven't got any sense, you're Arteta sexual. It is what it is. I don't judge. Yeah. I don't judge. I'm not out here to judge today because I'm just judging my team. Right?
Yeah, team and the manager, I was going to say.
But guess what Arteta did? Yeah. In Arteta fashion, he wants to actually be bigger than what he is. Yeah. He is so stubborn not to change his style. Not to change his style towards a game. This is a manager. Yeah, we got told when he was at fucking Man City, we got gaslighted by Pep, yeah, by saying that, oh yeah, he works well with wingers. Okay, which winger has stepped up since Arteta's been there? One doesn't get any minutes, another one has massively declined. Yeah,
Saka, you don't work with Saka,
right? No, Saka was always on the rise. Because just remember how he started and where he went. He could have gone to any team and he still would have been the same product of what he is today. Yeah, Saka is the ultimate professional. Yeah, the workhorse. I mean, yeah, he's a system player. He's the ultimate system player. You tell him to jump, he'll tell you how high, because that's the type of person he is, right? And that's not a good or bad thing, right? That's just who he is as a person. Martinelli declined massively. You saw it today. He reverted back to when he was before he got injured. Trossard, he had a decent game off the bench, but he's a bench guy. Yeah. Who else is there? Sterling. He worked with Sterling at City. So Sterling is not that old where you can say that he's dropped off so bad. I'll tell you why. Look at Salah. They're around the same age group. Yeah. So let's not hit no gaslighting with that. Who else is there? What other wingers have we got in our club? Oh yeah, we haven't because we bought nothing but centre backs, innit? Yeah. We had Marino last game, right? Last game. The reason why we can't play him in midfield, because if we play him in midfield, we might as well call ourselves Kardashian FC because everyone's going to run through us.
We're going to run through you.
Yeah?
Oi.
So guess what? They play him as another 9, so he can't hurt our midfield because we saw what happened last games. You know what I'm saying? Partey is a fucking dime. I ain't even gonna lie. Partey is a bad man, yeah. But he's going this season. They said that he's gonna sign a new contract, a new 1 year or 2 year deal. Yeah, I'm still waiting for that to happen because I'm still waiting for Draxler to come. Right? So when I hear Arteta make comments, especially like that, right? I can understand a Pep making those kind of comments because you know their Pep is a better team. But I didn't see us being a better team. To tell you why? Because their first shot they hit the fucking the post. Our first shot we clearly missed the goal. So how are we the better team? If you've had 70% of the shots and you didn't win the game, did you play better football? Yeah. But was you the better team? No, because the better team goes away with 3 points. That's the better team. Because you have to play whoever's in front of you. That's called managing a team. There's a reason why Tony Pulis, always done long balls against Arsene Wenger. There's a reason why Sam Allardyce, always bought players like Samba, because they knew that Arsene Wenger's team was pussies, and if you elbow them a few too many times, guess what's going to happen? They're going to fall down and they're going to cry. You know what I'm saying? That's why they're called managers, because they manage the game. You saw the difference between Inter Milan and Arsenal today. No, forget today over the last 2 legs, because they didn't do anything spectacular. They just did what we did to fucking Real Madrid. They let us have a lot of the positions, out wide. When we come in, let me show you. Let me show you Arsenal sexual something. Yeah, let me show you Arsenal sexual something. When we had the ball, there was always 3 players around our player. When they had the ball, we were standing up for them to make the first move. Yeah. Inter Milan's, that's coaching. Our players played scared tonight. I'll repeat that, when they had the ball, no one intercepted their first touch. When we had the ball, they had 3 players around our players at all times. If you don't believe what I'm saying, go rewatch the match. Just rewatch the match. Yeah. That's what a manager does. And this is your king. This is your captain. Yeah. Do you know what? Yeah. Take your king, take your captain and go over there to the fucking white side of North London. Yeah. And go fucking support Tottenham. Because you're not as bad as them. Yeah. Because that's the only club that I know that don't actually want to win things, but are happy being in the position that they are. Yeah. Being in the fucking position that they are. People like us, we got ambition for our club. We want our club to do the best things. You think that we want to sit out here saying the same old thing? You think we want to be negative to our clubs? You think we want to badmouth the people that we support? So why don't they fucking do better? This is Arsenal fucking Football Club. The club now that hasn't won anything for 5 fucking years. 5 fucking years. And Flawless is bullshit team, the piece of shit that's up there. Yeah. Team could win 3 trophies in 3 years and lost a fucking manager, and be in 15th at this point in time and possibly can win a trophy. And we spent 750 fucking million, and you know what we've won? Do you know what we've won? We've won the hearts of the fans. And we
you have won that though. You have won the hearts of the fans.
What does the heart of the fans trophy look like? What does that look like?
That was rhetorical.
It was. I'm just saying. And you've won the hearts of the rivals as well. That is true. That is fair.
Hey fam, I found.
This is unbelievable.
I found.
Am I
This is not
lying?
the time
Hey,
and place.
I should have taken more advantage of the fact when you were in the mud after we had gotten through we had ran through Real Madrid.
You did.
Like you were
You know
sitting
what I'm
here
saying?
miserable. I feel like
Yeah,
I
you lot
didn't
took full
rub it in enough.
advantage.
I really feel like I
did.
took that for granted. And now we have to sit here and watch the flawless derby in 2 weeks.
Fucking hateful
And
as
I
well,
don't
man.
even know what
Bro.
to do, dude.
Blame Troops, man. That's Troops' fault. I told him. I said this Troops. That's your fault. Because Spurs
Bro,
could have been
and
calm,
here's
but, yo,
the thing. Here's the thing. Like, I'll just get this out of the way now. I'm going for United. I can take United winning a trophy. I can't take Tottenham. I can't do it.
See, look.
Like I can't believe I have
heart
to
to the
say that.
rivals. C248.
No hearts. No
The
hearts.
heart to the rivals, man.
Yeah, put those hearts away. Put the hearts away. Unbelievable. No, you guys are just obsessed with us. It's fine. And it's not because, and here's the thing, it's not because of Don C or myself or anything that we've said. It's everybody that we have we oppose and we call out for not wanting to go to that next level, never getting, like, these people have never gotten a promotion in their job. I swear to God, they've never done it. They don't want to achieve anything. They're just good. They're good with their minimum wage job, sitting in their basement, their mom throwing them some fucking Cheerios or beans on toast or wherever the fuck you want to be. They are totally fine with living in their 1-bedroom studio apartment with their laptop, jerking off. Like I'm dead serious. I'm like look, I'm a really ambitious guy. If there's one thing that brought me here to where I am, if there's a trophy involved, I want it. If there's an A to be gotten, I want it. If there is a medal, a prize, a promotion, whatever, I want it. I hate losing.
Facts.
And you know, like, I don't know if I've talked to you. This might be going too deep, but me and my wife have been trying to have a kiddo, and I've been trying to like talk about like what kind of father I'm going to be. And what she has asked me to do, and this is how psychotic I am. What she has asked me to do is tone back how much I want to win and how much I think winning is important, which I will try. Because that can be toxic to a point. But when you are talking about grown-ass men playing a professional sport, and you are talking about billions of dollars being funneled into this football club to get absolutely fucking nothing in return outside of vibes and shitty tifos, like, I'm gonna have to say something. Dude, and look, I think that's a soft-headed, like, if you're gonna, there's so many things that you could come after Arsenal about, and you're gonna come after us about a fucking tifo. Like, come on. Like, I would rather see the Cannon tifo than the freaking let's go vamos Mikel Arteta tifo any day of the fucking week. Okay, because at least the Cannon was about the club and not some stupid worship of this fucking manager. I'm telling you, we had. And we were playing with the Spanish Allardyce today. I swear to God, those throw-ins from the box and not playing from the sideline and not playing it short. Thomas Partey just throwing it in, never playing it short. That was fucking ridiculous. How do you expect to score off of that? These are the lack of ideas that I'm talking about. I felt like I was watching National League football. I remember watching Wrexham 2 years ago when they were against Sheffield United and they needed a goal. They literally just kept throwing long balls into the box, praying. And that was when they were a National League side. By the way, they're in the championship and they look like they're going to win something before Arsenal do at the top level. Just want to say it. Just going to say it. Deadpool FC is looking like they are going to suppress Arsenal in major trophies very, very soon. This is not a fucking joke, guys. This is not a joke. Like, this is not something that I joke about. Newcastle United, I already talked about this, but I'm going to say it again. They were about to be relegated before the Saudis took over. They were about to be relegated. They were on the absolute edge, final weeks of the season, saving their ass. Now they are winning. They are getting Champions League nearly every season. They are winning domestic trophies because they're taking it seriously. And halfway through the season, people wanted Eddie Howe out, and he was in real danger of losing his job.
He was under
but what
pressure.
did he do?
Steve
He won something. He wants him. No, Steve was asking for fucking Marino to come in. Like, this is where the fan base was at. But our fan base, no, give him more time. You just haven't hit the gold yet. What? What are you talking about? And I'm sorry, like, there's some people in the chat that were talking about, well, so if you're blaming Saka for what happened today, that's a soft-headed argument, and I'll get you a coloring book to help entertain you. Like, because obviously that's the level. Like, that's the level of ball watching and ball knowledge that you're on. This kid did everything that he could. He's poured his blood, sweat, and tears into this. Do I think he's world class? No, but I think he's on the cusp, and he needs players around him to actually play up to his level. You think Martin Odegaard played up to his level today? The only person on that pitch that played up to his level, in my opinion, was Partey. Other than that, nobody else did. So I don't see how you're blaming him, saying, "Oh, he doesn't step up in big moments." Go fuck yourself. You expect like you're the best player on a team that's playing with half a second stringers, and you're expecting him to be King Arthur, fucking pull the sword out of the rock? Give me a break. You're playing against arguably the most rounded team in Europe, and you're expecting him to pull a miracle. Give me a break. Give me a break. Let's get serious. Let's stop this bullshit. Let's get serious and start having serious conversations about the personnel and the players that we have on this team. If you're not serious, hit the fucking bricks. Hit the bricks. Martinelli, if you're not serious, hit the bricks. If you're not Odegaard, you're showing you're not serious. Hit the bricks.
Fuck off.
Saliba's on my shit list. That defending on that first goal was absolutely abysmal, and he turned away from it. He could have blocked that. He turned away. What are you doing? And that's supposed to be my world-class center back? You stand in.
Yeah, I don't think he's getting enough criticism for that.
Bro, he pulled away. He literally fucking turned. And nobody's calling it out. And then I heard the TV announcer, because I didn't look at it as closely. The TV announcer thought the ball clipped him enough to put Raya off.
Yeah, it did.
And you know what? And here's the thing. I'm giving David Raya his flowers for today. I thought he was great. There was nothing he could have done about those goals. Nothing. Because they were either going off of deflections or he got no help. Saved the pen, had good save. It could have been way worse. So big up David Raya. I think he's the goalkeeper for the future. But you have about 5 players in this starting 11 that need to be seriously looked at. And go ahead.
Sorry for cutting you off. Apologies for cutting you off. Yeah.
No, go.
I wanted to touch on a point where you said with Saka, yeah.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people will go more into Saka, right, more than any of the other team, and I understand why, because he's been a star boy. And they're gonna talk about that miss a lot, right? Because people are fucking simps and they're stupid, yeah. But one thing they won't talk about, yeah, is what I said earlier: the fact that Saka had 3 people around him at all times. Because remember, I said this as well last week. Had 3 people around him at all times. The people that were supposed to help him was Timber, which was supposed to double up with and help him, and more importantly, our captain, because our captain is playing on that side. It's supposed to give him an outlet. How many times did you see Saka with the ball and with 2 or 3 people around him, and there was never an outlet? Never an outlet. So we had to always dribble past him.
Exactly right.
And that's what people are not looking at. You know what I'm saying? Because did Saka have a great game today? No. To be honest, the only person that really had a good game was Kiwior and Partey. Yeah, yep. Partey. Martinelli played at the level he should be playing that I've been calling out all season. Mourinho was dog shit. Skelly had a really poor game, yeah. Timber had an okay game, but it was nothing special. Yeah.
I think he's hurt too, by the way.
Declan Rice was Declan Rice. You get what I'm saying? He didn't have a spectacular game, but he wasn't our worst player. And that's the thing. With Saka, there was no outlet for Saka. There was never an outlet. And for the last 2 games, and that's been that's been the difference between what was and what could have been. Yeah. If Odegaard would have went to the right, play the 1-2s, play around them, yeah, then it could have been a different game. Let's put it this way. How many bad touches did you see Odegaard have? How many times did he put the ball when he tried to pass the ball forward? It fucked up clearly. How many times did he pass back? This is what I'm saying. People ain't talking about that, but yet they want to talk about Saka. They want to talk about Saka. Yeah? It's not that Players like Messi, they're not coming. They're never going to come back. And even if and even if there will be a player like Messi, do you know how long it will be? Yeah, until we actually see them week in, week out. That's going to take on 2, 3, 4 players. You know what I'm saying? These are systematic players now. That's the new generation. The systematic, the players that can play like literally run forward, turn left, turn right, go straight. It reminds me of that film Tron. Yeah, everything is robotic. Everything is robotic. Saka needed help out there today, just like last week. And what happened? Nothing. Yeah, and we know people are gonna blame Saka because he's the easy kid, the kid that missed the fucking penalty. That's all they're gonna remember. Yeah, not all the good performances that he put in. Cool. Did we need him today? I said last week on this fucking stream when we lost. Yeah, forget Saka for 1 second. Why don't the rest of the team step up? This was their moment to solidify their names in history. Yeah, this was their moment to be in Munich on the 31st. Yeah, this was their moment. And you know what they did? They fucking shit themselves with diarrhea pants.
Folded.
That's what they did. Yeah. And the captain, the captain done fuck all about it. And our manager, please, 68 minutes for our first sub. Yeah. Didn't even bring on Ethan. Why not? Odegaard was poor. How many times did he have a chance to shoot? And the one shot that he did have, look what happened. He had plenty more times to shoot. Martinelli, yeah, had a chance to score. Do you know the funny thing is? Ruiz, that scored a goal, done the same thing that Martinelli did, but a lot further out. He just put his laces through it. Martinelli tried to side foot it in the fucking pussy hole. This is what I'm saying. And this is difference in levels. This is the difference between Arsenal Football Club and a club that wants to win, a club that's got ambition, a club that is hungry. It seems like the only people that's hungry out here is us, minute Arsenal fans. That's who's hungry. The rest of them, they're okay being a part of it, participating. You see, when I was in school, when I was young, now fuck that. When my kids were in school when they was a lot younger, yeah, you know you're winning that race. It is what it is. Yeah. There ain't no participation. If you're not winning it last year, we're gonna make sure you're gonna win it because we want to breed winners. Yeah. It's okay for people to be like, you know what? Yeah, second place is fine. Yeah, second place is fine when you're 5 or 6, not when you're fucking 18 to fucking God knows what. Second place ain't good. Fuck that shit.
Not when you're a club the stature of Arsenal and what you spend as well. Like, this ain't no thing. Like, you don't spend the amount of money and be the stature of Arsenal and be in the Champions League semi-final and go, it's okay. Where if we would have had our points total this season, if it was the last 2 seasons, we would have won the league. It's okay because we've challenged. It's okay. So yes, improvement is good because that comes with success. But eventually, I say this all the time when it comes to Arteta, you have to win. Eventually, you got to win. Yes, he's took you from, of course, you don't jump from 8th to 1st. That's nonsense. And the improvement is good. You go from 8th, you go 4th, you go 2nd. But eventually, there's got to be a win. Because if he had won a Premier, that's the crazy part. One Premier League or one Champions League shuts all this up. Just one, not multiple. Just literally one. One Champions League, one Premier League in the past 4 years kills all this conversation dead. And everyone goes, hey, you know what? Props to Arsenal, props to Arteta, he wins the trophy. Let's not forget the discourse that was happening before this time. That was the whole conversation. Even you two, who are highly critical of the manager, said, if he wins the competition, props to him. It's props to the team.
But I still want him out.
Yeah, you still wanted him out, but you still.
Yeah, I wasn't fair. I'm just starving for a trophy. I said I would help pour the concrete for his statue outside the Emirates if he did win it, but I made that bet fully knowing. I made several bets fully knowing that it was never going to happen. You know, the is yours gold tattoo was probably going to be the worst one that I would have to pay. But I was that confident that it would never happen. So no, I want to say, I wanted to ask Flawless, and I'm probably going to regret asking Flawless this. And then we got some really good questions in the chat. Put yourself in our shoes.
Mm-hmm.
What would you want to see happen in the offseason? Because honestly, like the league, we have 3 games left. Yeah. I see us finishing like 4th, because we're not taking it seriously, and we haven't taken it seriously to this point. We have Liverpool, Newcastle, and Southampton. We're going to beat Southampton, but the other two is big in
That's
the
why I
air.
think you finished third lowest because of the
Yeah.
Southampton game. The other
Yeah.
two you could
Yeah.
easily drop points, but then
Yeah,
also
but where do we go from here? Where do we go
in
from here?
regards to it, if I'm at Arsenal shoes, obviously it's not going to happen. Arteta's got to go. To me,
Yeah.
Arteta's got to go. You've shown us, you have taken us as far as you can go. Again, I say this all the time about Arteta. Do I think he's a good manager? Yes. Do I think he's a good coach? Yes. Has he also done good things for Arsenal? Yes. Is he better than general consensus? Yeah. I'm not going to dismiss what he has done and has solidified Arsenal as one of the better teams in the Premier League and one of the better sides in Europe. You don't make a Champions League semi-final on accident. So he was there and deservedly so. However, your Arsenal Football Club, this isn't some plucky underdog story. You are not Brighton or Brentford or Villa or even to Champions League. You're not Bodo Glint, where Bodo Glint just getting to the Europa League semi-final is a win for them. That's as good as winning the trophy as would be for Arsenal. Bodo Glint getting to the Europa League quarterfinal, never mind the semi-final. Them getting to the semi-final is but that's not Arsenal. So for me, I'm like, manager's got to go. We have enough good players to build something. This is why we've been so close. It is a big summer for Berta. It is a big summer for the recruitment team. They have to get things right. Because you look at it with Rayo, you look at Saliba, you look at Gabriel, Partey if he stays, you look at Rice, you look at Saka, Skelly, Timber, Wanyeri. There's enough good players there to go, okay, we can build something. But you have to add in key areas. You don't have to add as much as, say, my club because we're off it. But you have to add, you look at it, central midfield, key area. If Partey goes, who goes and plays in there alongside Rice? Odegaard, do you go with Wanyeri or do you go and sign a 10? To me, I'm looking at two central midfielders. We need two improvements on there. With Rice, you've got someone who is a good enough player in there. With two players around him, you have a very, very good midfield. You got to need a striker. Scratch all this. We need a top quality striker. Marino, you now good, can do a job up there. Marino as backup is not the worst idea, but you need a top quality striker. You need at least one top quality midfielder in my eyes, and then another midfielder who's maybe not top quality but is on the cusp of that. And also left wing as well. That's a problem area too. Because with Saka, you have one of the three. With Saka, you have someone certified, he's going to get you goals, he's going to get you assists, and he's going to be a great fall for others. So you have that. A lot of teams don't have that. So all you need to do is put the two players alongside him, and then you have a title winning front three. Is these things very tough I'm talking about? Yes. But this is why Bert is coming in with the reputation he has. This is why the hierarchy and the recruitment team at Arsenal are paid as much as they are. Go and find them. There's players out there. You're looking for two central midfielders. Going to be very tough to do. You're looking for a top quality striker. Also going to be tough. Same with a left winger, but it's 4 players. Now, if you want to promote some more of the youth players like you've done, maybe add a couple squad players or whatever the case may be. But to me, that's the key. They're the key right there, because defensively you're pretty good with Timber, with Skelly, with the back four. You have Kyrgios.
Very solid.
Because Kyrgios, everyone was super concerned. Arsenal fans about Kyrgios.
Yeah.
He's done all right. He's done well.
Did better than Saliba during this time.
This is what he outperformed Saliba. If someone would have said that before the time, everyone would have looked at you like you was crazy. Someone would have said Kyrgios would outperform him in these 2 legs against PSG. Everyone would go, you're mad. He did well in the 2 PSG games and he did well in the 2 Real Madrid games. So you got enough there. It's just adding, and this is the toughest part. It's easier to go
even
from
against Brentford
outside of the Champions League into the Champions League. It's easy to go from a Champions League time to contending for the Prem. From contending to the Prem, that jump to winning it is a whole different thing. We've seen it with Liverpool when they went and got Van Dijk and Alisson. This is now your Van Dijk and Alisson part. This is yours. That's your summer to go get not a goalkeeper and a centre back, but 2 players of that quality to jump you over the edge. But we'll see.
I agree.
That's what I think to that.
Yeah, I can't disagree with that, man. Do you know, it's funny, like, because when you're actually talking sense, you actually really talk sense. When you're not trying to be a Tottenham hater, brother, the piece of shit, you know what I'm saying? You actually make so much sense, and this is why we love the flawless. You get what I'm saying? This is the shit that we love. Yeah,
exactly.
That's crazy work, yo. That's crazy.
But I can't actually deny it. Like you just took the words out of our mouths. It's just that unfortunately, Arteta has taken us to the pinnacle of where he can be for Arsenal Football Club. Maybe in another 10 years down the line, he could take another big club and then go on and win more. You know what I'm saying? But for Arsenal, Just ain't gonna happen. And me personally, like I said, okay, let me ask TJ. If the shoe was on the other foot and we went through, would you still want him in next season?
We would have to win. We would have to win the league, or we would have to win the Champions League.
Yeah.
And then
But
he would buy time with me. But again, we've never seen a Champions League at this club, so that would be the reason why he would earn more time with me. But obviously we're talking in fantasy and conjecture.
Man, you can see why I said what I've always said when I said, regardless of the score or the result or what happens at the end of the season, I want him gone.
Right. You have been consistent with that. You have said that consistently, 110%.
You're correct.
And big up to Steve as well. Oh yeah, for those that don't know, Steve's just started on the playback the Knicks Celtics game too. So anyone wants to watch the NBA, head over there onto the playback as well. That's why I was on other screens and doing other stuff, people. And big up to We Football, who's been a member of the channel for 6 months. Appreciate it. Says Flawless. Remember the £100 million man put decline rights. All of a sudden,
that's crazy.
My ads is quite. You know what I'm saying? My ads is bad.
It's funny because all of a sudden, when Arsenal are doing bad, you all show up in it. But when we're winning, it is what it is.
Hey, I want to say, win, lose, or draw for Arsenal, I'm here. You know what I'm saying? When you packed up Madrid, I was here. Twice.
Fuck you, man.
Yeah.
It's true, he was.
Twice.
It's true.
I was like,
guess who wasn't here? Guess who wasn't here? Yeah?
Who wasn't it?
We can see. It's what it is.
And big up to Steve for the super chat. Says, curious to see what your thoughts on PSG were today and who you got in the final. So he's asking predictions for the final and thoughts on PSG. We'll go to you first, Dante. Your thoughts on PSG?
PSG, they're the better team. They won. About the final, I don't give a shit because I'm not in it. So hey, I hope Inter Milan wins it, to be honest, because fuck PSG.
Damn.
Sour grapes. It is what it is.
I respect the sour grape. Same question to you, TJ.
PSG are the most complete team in Europe. I've watched more Champions League football this season than I have in the past. I have never seen a more complete PSG team. Getting rid of Mbappe was the best thing that they could have done. They play as a unit. Enrique has them absolutely humming. They had a difficult league phase, but they came out of it and they're absolutely firing. So, and they have the momentum as well. They've already won their league, so they can completely focus on the task at hand here, which is winning the cup with the big ears. I think they're going to do it. I think Enrique is going to finally get them over the line. PSG will finally win their first Champions League this season.
Okay, fast. And in regards to it, PSG, Steve, they've surprised me because if you look at them, TJ just mentioned it, how bad they was in the knockout stages and just about got through. I think they finished like 23rd, 22nd.
Yeah, they did. Barely got through.
They had that like standoff with that game with Manchester City where it was like the loser could pretty much go out. They ended up winning. City managed to scrape in as well, and City did it on the last day, beating Club Brugge. So yeah, PSG have vastly improved from there. You got to give credit to Enrique. Kvaratskhelia has definitely helped them because he gives them something different in that final.
Yeah,
and Dembele has massively stepped up. He's someone I've been super critical of, and that game, the home leg that Arsenal had in that game, that's the best I've ever seen Dembele play. And Doué is a player. You got their midfield that's quality. Donnarumma was very good today as well. So yeah, with PSG, thoroughly deserved. Final, it's tough, Final's tough. I think it will be, as much as PSG have impressed me over these last two ties, in particular against Arsenal and Liverpool, I still favour Inter Milan. I just think they'll get it. I think they've got enough. I think they've been here before. They've come close a few times. I look at it and I go, yeah, I think that. And I expect them to be more defensively sound than they was against Barca. Granted, Barca's attack is crazy. Like, they do have a lot of talent. So yeah, I'm leaning towards Inter Milan, but I think it will be a good final as well. And to Will, who says, where's Tony, who's been a member of the channel for 6 months? Big up my guy, Will. Your guess is as good as mine. You got his track shoes on, man. He a runner, he a track star. No stress. That's where he is. That's all I can say. Running. Because if Arsenal had gone through, he'd be here. Running. Yeah, look, Duncy's there looking for him. I don't know where he's at. But don't worry, man. We going to get him.
Get your telescope out. He's amongst the stars. Get your telescope out.
He's probably up there with the stars, man. He actually went to Mars or something like that. Who knows? Well, he will be. Like I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine. Because like I said, had Arsenal got through, he would have been it. I did speak to him yesterday and spoke to him today though, but I did send him the link, as you lot would know. But continue to run up the likes. Hit the subscribe button on the channel. Hit the like button. Subscribe to TJ Warren TV. Links underneath in the description as well. Make sure you do both of those things, people. Any questions you lot wanted to get to? Anything else you lot wanted to add that we might have not discussed in regards to the tie and Arteta or everything? Yeah, go on.
Yeah, I wanna get Don C's predictions for the rest of the season because we're gonna have plenty of time over the summer to talk about transfers and who we need to bring in. I think we're all on the same page with who we need to bring in. But Don C, what are you thinking for the rest of the season? Our heads are down, which worries me. We're going to Anfield this weekend, and it's serious. Like I didn't think I would be caring about this, but now we have to care about it because the last couple of weeks we haven't been getting results. We got doubled over by the Cherries. I cannot fucking believe that. Still, the standard of the Arsenal, they've never lost to Bournemouth at the Emirates, and we got bent over. Pause. So now we are at risk to, and I brought this up at the beginning of the show, we are at risk to dropping second place to Manchester City. We could possibly end up in fourth. What are your predictions for the rest of the season? Obviously, I think we're going to get into the Champions League, but losing out on these spots to people to clubs that won 1 and 13 at certain points of the season, it's absolutely embarrassing.
Do you remember what I said to you about 2 months ago? I said I want Arteta to lose every single game until the end of the season. Remember that, yeah? And there's a reason why I said that. Right, because then that's a step for him out the door. Right?
Yeah.
What I want and what's going to happen is 2 different things. I think worst case scenario, we're going to finish third. Yeah. Right now, I really this weekend. I'm probably not even going to watch the Liverpool game, not because I don't want to chat. Let's not do that, right? I'm going on a little retreat with me and the missus. Is what I'm saying. Like,
let's do that.
You know, like she wants to get pampered and all of that. I'm gonna have the mud baths and all of that. You know what I'm saying? And it's gonna be nice and relaxing. You know what I'm saying? I tell you this, people. This is away from football. TJ understand this perfectly. When you haven't been spending a lot of time with your wife or your partner, so there comes a point in time when they book something. If you don't go, I guarantee the next thing that you have in front of you is divorce papers. Yeah, go, smile, and be happy. So this weekend, I'm just gonna go. I'm gonna relax. I'm gonna put my feet up. I know it's been a hard year so far for Arsenal. I'm just gonna wash my sins away, or wash Arsenal sins away, and I'll be back at some point. I'm gonna lock in. But in saying that, I would say the game against Liverpool, it's gonna be a draw, 2-2.
What are you saying, TJ?
I don't want to see my team lose ever, especially against Liverpool, who are on the beach. They're not going to give it up at Anfield, though, no matter how hungover they are. It's going to be a game. I think it's going to be a 2-2 draw, or a 2-1 Arsenal. We barely scrape it. But that's hope. That's hopium for me, to be honest. I think we get, to be 100% honest with you, I think we get max 5 points out of the next 3 games. Just because Newcastle always play us extremely hard. It doesn't matter what time it is. And Liverpool, we beat ourselves at Anfield. Liverpool don't beat us at Anfield. We beat ourselves all the time. It's been that way since 2022 and before. So yeah. I think when was the last time we won in the league at Anfield? What was it, like 2010, 2011? Like it's been that long.
It was a long time ago.
So yeah, I'm going towards a draw. Hopium puts me at 2-1.
And you mentioned it, TJ, because we didn't actually do a show. Do you think the loss to Bournemouth impacted tonight? Or do you think it had no bearing?
I don't think it really had any bearing because we had our eyes on Paris the entire time. Like, should we be beating Bournemouth? Yeah, absolutely. Bournemouth are having a very good year. Obviously, they're finishing mid-table, but they're one of the teams that are usually being talked about in the relegation battle. But they've been persevering really, really well. So losing to them wasn't necessarily a surprise, but it was still disappointing because you want to have your head up going into the Paris match. But then again, like I wasn't surprised just because we had one foot in France at that point. But if we're not going out doing everything we can to win the next 3 matches, then serious questions need to be like, look, if you're still Arteta in after we collect 3 out of 9, which is a definite possibility through the rest of the season, I can't help you. There's nothing I can do to talk sense into you. You're lost to me. It's like those people that believe that the moon is cheese and the fucking earth is flat. Like, there's nothing I can do to help you. So yeah, like, you got Lancer Evo in the chat saying give Arteta 10 more years. Like, this is what the ops want. You keep giving what the ops what they want, which is mediocre play and failure. So yeah. No. To answer your question though, Flawless. No, I don't think so necessarily, because we weren't really focused on that game. I don't think.
Can I just say one last thing before
Yeah,
you?
go.
Before you, okay, this goes out to all of you Arteta sexuals one last time, yeah. Arteta in his best years have won nothing. Arteta in his best years that spent 170 million has won nothing. Ten Hag in his worst years won 2 trophies, and you're still backing this man. I wonder how you lot are keep on living. I really don't know how you get on day to day, because you lot are fucking idiots.
Damn. That was how you really feel. Damn.
No,
But
he
it's-
never doesn't.
I don't get it either. I really don't. But don't see, same question to you. Do you think the Bournemouth defeat did have Eddie Bearing, like playing your better players in that game against Bournemouth? Or do you think this result was pretty much inevitable regardless?
It was always inevitable because Arteta doesn't know how to change things up. We all know that they had one eye on the Champions League game because this was do or die for Arsenal's season. The Bournemouth game didn't have any bearing on anything, to be honest. This is why he shouldn't have played none of them. None of them, not one of those players. Or if you want to play one of those players, play the goalkeeper. Yeah, play the goalkeeper, play like say Ethan, play Trossard, play Martinelli. But the main guys, yeah, the big hitters, you don't play them. This was always going to happen because Arteta never learns from his mistakes. You know what I'm saying? He thought, and these fucking Arsenal idiots thought that Partey coming in is going to change our fortunes. Before he plays 3 at the back. Right? And that's what would have changed our fortunes. Because I'll tell you why. Because that's something that PSG wouldn't have been prepared for.
True, say if you would have done that, you wouldn't have been prepared for that.
Yeah,
that's true.
They were prepared for this team because if you've checked it, the only time we've actually changed the team up is when we've had injuries. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, we haven't actually changed the team. And even when we've had injuries, we just put another player to replace what we have. That's why Moreno is playing in Havertz's position. You know what I'm saying? We played a 4-3-3 all season. Odegaard there, and when Odegaard wasn't there, Trossard was there. Declan Rice there, and when Declan Rice wasn't there, Mourinho was there. Fucking Martinelli there, and when Martinelli ain't there, Trossard's there. Yeah, same with Sterling on the right hand side and Ethan. And when Havertz wasn't there, Marino's there or Jesus. We play the same formation every single time. So no matter what, no matter if he would have played, yeah, or didn't play the team, it would have been the same thing because PSG was ready. It's like PSG was ready for the same formation that we're constantly putting up. You know what I'm saying?
That's fair. That's fair. And also as well, let me start this also. Did I even start it? One second. Oh, yeah. And this is Luis Enrique and Mikel Arteta saying Arsenal were the best team. I don't agree at all. They played in a clever way today, but in 2 legs, we scored more goals than them. And that is the most important thing in football. We deserve to be in the final. So Enrique, the PSG bench some of the PSG bench might have agreed that Arsenal were the better side. However, Enrique disagrees.
I agree with Enrique because that's exactly what I said.
That is
the best team.
Wait a minute. What? How do you win football matches? Just
being an Arteta sexual.
Okay. Just making sure we're on the same page that you have to score more goals than the other team. Okay, just making sure.
Yeah.
you
Am
are.
I living in a fantasy land here? Like
Hey, TJ, do you remember that?
the propaganda that this guy puts out, like the fact that you can believe your own gas like that is absolutely insane.
Oh.
And people just follow it. They get up like the Manchurian candidate. Yeah, yes, Mr. Arteta, I absolutely agree. No, like, think for yourself. Be a winner. Win things. Have ambition. Like, what are we doing here, man? Like, come on. Don't piss on my neck and tell me it's rain, man. Like, stop doing that.
It's a golden shower. We don't like them over here.
At the end of the day, it's piss.
Yeah. And this is the funny thing. Remember when I said to you, the best team is the team that scores goals.
You did say this before. You see in the MVK comments. You did say
and
this.
that's like you could have 60% of the possession. I don't give a shit about none of that. The best team is the team who wins at the end of the season, at the end of the 90 minutes. That's the better team. Everything else is not in void. I haven't got time for Arteta and his fucking little mind games and for these Arsenal fans to have their little mind bullshit. This is what I'm saying. Winners win. Arteta will always be that bridesmaid. Yeah, the fucking Lego head looking motherfucker. Just get the fuck out of my team. I'll be counting down the days. And the moment Arteta gets out of Arsenal, yeah, I'm going to message TJ. I'm going to message even Flawless. I'm going to message all the Arsenal lot. We're going to have a fucking stream. We're going to be chairs and we'll probably get drunk on stream because I will have that smile again, yeah, and I will feel exactly how Flawless felt when he got rid of that cancer.
Well, I hear that.
Facts.
Now we will. Whenever Arteta does leave, because we all know he's not going to leave this summer. So do you think if you don't win anything the summer 2026 does he leave? If you don't win anything 25-26 season, do you? I know you don't want him gone. Do you think they get rid of him? No. Let's say you lot hypothetically. Let's say you lot finish second, third, reach a Champions League quarterfinal or semifinal.
We would have to finish outside of the Champions League spots.
Surely there comes a point though where finishing top four, we know they're all money. Where they go, all right, enough's enough, and we need a trophy. So you think if you finish third but don't win anything, they still keep it?
Yeah, they will
season.
because the money keeps coming in. They get the Champions League money. The fans will never not pack out the Emirates. Like unless there's a major uprising in the fan base, like we saw with Wenger, nothing's gonna happen. They got the money. All the Kroenkes care about is money. And look, like this is why I'm confident that they'll never let Saka run out his contract if he wants to move somewhere else. They'll sell him before that happens because all they care about is money. They will never let anything go for free. I've been suffering under the auspices of Kroenke Sports and Entertainment for the last 20 years. Like people don't understand. Like I've been following Kroenke owns sports franchises for 20 years, 20 years and change. This is how they move. This is how they operate. If they believe in a head coach to get them over the line, they're going to stick with them. But when the fall comes, it will fall quick and it will fall unexpectedly. So something major needs to happen for Arteta to be gone and for them to lose faith. Until then, you're going to still see him and boxes at SoFi Stadium during LA Rams games, Ball Arena during Avalanche games, playing patty cake with Josh Kroenke, asking for more money.
Patty cake.
Dude, yeah, bro. Like I'm dead serious. Like the amount of times, because I watch hockey too in the Nuggets.
Yeah.
The amount of times I've seen when they focus in on the owner's box, and I've seen Mikel Arteta. I've seen it at least 5 times, where I'm just like, fucking Mikel Arteta is right there. What is he doing? Anyway, but yeah, no, it's all about the money to the Kroenkes. It's all about the money and the fan base support. As long as the fan base is behind it, they're not going to do anything. You had mass protests to get a legend out of our club, to get a legend out. Now, nobody's going to do that right now. You have a line. Yeah, and I'm not there, but I have sources on the ground in London. You have a line outside of the Armory. You think they're gonna can the manager that's giving them a line around the Armory?
No way. That's true.
No way.
That's true. Nah, you know.
Our
It's,
truth.
hey, it's don't see final thoughts, man. Before we close out, final thoughts.
Final thoughts. Tony, where the fuck was you?
Thanks, man.
You let the man them down. If something's going on, I hope everything's cool.
Yes.
If nothing's going on, shame on you, brother. Shame on you. Yeah? Chat, make sure you big up, you like, subscribe. You probably see me next week at some point on someone's show because that's what I am. I'm soon to I'm like the horror of fucking YouTube. I'm just
You want to come on American Idiots on
everybody-
Friday? We had to cancel it last time. You want to come
No,
on Friday?
I'm going away on Friday, innit? So
Oh yeah, enjoy that.
yeah. I'm going to the retreat. I'm
Yeah,
going to the
enjoy
resort.
the break, man. Enjoy the break for real.
Yeah.
100%.
I wish I
You
had a
notice,
break.
I promise I'm not gonna bring none of my shit. So I told the missus, I'm
Nice,
like,
man.
don't worry, I'm all
Good
yours. You got
respect.
to say,
Respect.
I'm gonna fucking find the TV. I gotta watch football. Yeah, what I'm taking.
Someone will have one. Someone will have one. They'll be sitting there. They'll be, yeah. They'll be
No,
sitting.
man. So yeah, so people, just make sure you like and subscribe. Yeah, TJ's my brother. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you like and subscribe to him. He's a very good content creator. You know, Flawless is a good one. He's a fucking pussy at times. Yeah, he's a Man United supporter, but
True.
I've got nothing but love and
True.
respect from you. You know what I'm saying? That make sure you hit the likes on both channels. You know what I'm saying? And Tony, it is what it is. You're gonna get your cooking when I see you. And
Facts.
all you Arteta sexuals, yeah. Let me hear you back this pussy, because I'm gonna be listening, and the next show I'm gonna be calling all of you out, and I'm gonna get word for what you said. Yeah. Keep backing this pussy, because when that pussy leaves, I want to see you carry his bags and get the fuck out with him, you bastards.
Damn. That's very nice.
Damn.
Very fair, man. Very fair.
Oh,
But you
one
lot-
last thing.
Oh,
One last
yeah.
thing. Ray, shut the fuck up, please, because you was back in this pussy, yeah.
Hey.
About you're scared of this motherfucker, yeah, and now you
Mhm.
want to slay him. Anytime I
Yeah.
see you, yeah, in the same dance that I am, yeah, I'm gonna time you out. Means I'm gonna lock you out and throw you out, you piece of shit.
That's fair. That's fair enough, yo, because he was backing him up. Arteta special and this and that. Now he tries to turn none of that. But you lot, make sure you subscribe to TJ Warren TV. Links in the title, people. Link is in the title. Click the link, opens up a new tab, and you can subscribe to TJ's channel. That's TJ Warren TV. Not only is the link in the title, it's also underneath in the description. It's also on the featured channel page. TJ, let them know what you got coming up tomorrow, rest of the week, weekend, etc.
Yeah, no, American Idiots on Friday where we got the return. Me and Dal had to take a week off because work's just been absolutely bad. So, but we will have a generational stream on Friday, I'm sure. And then we just had probably the best episode of American Waffle we've ever had. So go and watch that. It was absolutely crazy. You want to see your favorite content creators lose their absolute fucking mind? Go there. Will lost his shit. Will Football Carnage lost his absolute mind. And who else? Marshall, who I've never seen crash out. This dude crashed out. So go over there and watch it. That video is almost on 100K or on not 100K, on 1K. And I don't get a lot of videos that hit 1K. So go over there and take it a watch. It is fucking quality. So go and watch that. American Waffle every Tuesday at 1 a.m. UK time. And yeah, and big up Warrior J for clipping that up. Really appreciate it. And big up Flawless. I really appreciate you having me on as usual.
Every time, man, every single time. You already know what it is. Big up to everyone that is locked in. And if you think the content is stopping here at Sarcasm City TV, it's not. We're currently live on the Sarcasm City TV playback. Steve is over there for game 2 of the New York Knicks versus Boston Celtics watch along. So if you want to head over there and watch NBA, that's fine. I'm also staying live here on the YouTube, people. Yardman edition, people. The Yardman podcast will be going down because Lex Connect have so much to say in regards to Arsenal going out to PSG in the Champions League. So we're going to be redirecting straight from here over to that show, people, and we're going to see what the Yardmen have to say about it. But please run up the likes on here. Please hit the subscribe button. Don't forget as well, this show, all the other shows on the channel are available on all audio platforms, Spotify, iTunes, SoundCloud, etc. So if you're on Spotify, type in Sarcasm City TV, and all the pods on here, apart from watch-alongs, fan calling shows, and gaming content, are all on there as well. And please follow the Sarcasm City TV playback as well, people. I'm just making sure the redirect has indeed been set up. Yes, it has. So we'll be heading over there, people, because you know them, man. I'm gonna have plenty to say. Big up to YG, love to Sunshine in the chat as well. Hey Nero, big up Young G, man. You know what I'm saying? And that he says Jackson, Tyson, Jordan, game 6. If you know, you know. Big up to Nero. I have no idea what you're talking about, but salute to you, salute to you, Nero, every single time. Good to see you, Young G. Big up to everyone who super chatted. Big up to all the mods. Big up all the members, all the regulars, all the new people. Everyone supporting, man. Like I said, run up the likes, hit the subscribe button on your way out. And as soon as we get over to the Yardman show, I need you lot to run up the likes over there, hit the subscribe button as well. Oh, it's a Jay-Z line. All right, fairs, Andre. Big up to Bayesian Pops as well. But people, this has been the Gonna Talk from the Arsenal podcast, the Arsenal pod, live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube. Thank you very much for tuning in, and see you lot in 2 minutes. So